Right. Hello, good morning. Yes, so I had to start my day continuing the devtool thing, even though I was working on the terminal stuff for the SDK. I got some more feedback on that, so we're gonna fix that in the next stream. But for now, I actually changed to Windsurf. I'm using that on my laptop, and it's just an amazing experience. Windsurf is the team behind, well, it's the Codium thing. I can't remember the product. Like they first introduced actual auto completion, like shadow coding. So they kind of nailed the first actual useful experience of AI. And they kind of built on that in Windsurf. So it's incredible how it just kind of predicts everything you want to do. And it's such a smooth experience. It's very, very impressive. So this whole like prompting thing, that's like one way of interacting with AI, but AI can also kind of just be your shadow, kind of in front of you, if that makes sense. It's just predicting what you're doing. Anyways, so I got the Overmind. Let's see, make sure it's big enough. I have the Overmind dev tools here, and I know I did set up because we have to make some changes to it. And I know I set up like this Overmind dev tools. I'm not sure if this actually has. So this is just the process. But then we also have, let's see. So we also have Overmind DevTools client, which is the actual client. And I thought I set up like this dev process here. Yeah. Start DevTools. Webpack dev server. Oh, wait. No, it's just start. Okay. npm start. So that's running the dev server. And then we have npm start here as well. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but this says that 3031 is in use. So I don't understand this. Why does it say that? I should have checked this before we started. Sorry. So this seems to be starting a process on 3031. But what process is that? Because that's on 8080. Let's see. Package JSON. Start VS. What's start VS? Node server. Storage. Oh, here we go. Start WebSocket server. Backend. Overmind DevTools WebSocket server running on port. What is this thing? Index HTML. Okay, so I think this is just I think maybe the default here is like really bad. OV dev port. Oh, dev port. Is it connecting to this? What is this? Index HTML on port on restart handle form submit. I don't understand what this is. This is a long time ago since I worked on this. Start. I have no idea what this is. What is this server? Why am I starting DevTool backend? Oh, is this something to work on the DevTools without actually running the client? Oh, is this something very smart? Let's check it. So if I open, because I don't think I built this. Oh, look at this. And then if I were to actually start with demo. Not found? What? I have yarn. What the fuck? Okay. Please install yarn. That's weird. Exit code 0 yarn. Oh. That was weird. Let's see. Vitemo yarn dev. This was a slow start. Sorry about that. So if this is like the dev tools, and then I can run, maybe I can even split this. Add write split, localhost. Hey, look at that. Connected. That's pretty cool. So you can actually have them next to each other. That's really cool. But for some reason it's not showing the... Oh, I think maybe I just have to build it. Wait. What's happening here? I'm confused. Why is it suddenly not working now? There we go. That's so weird. It's almost like my computer kind of lost some memory or something. Like I didn't have yarn. It hadn't built Bonsify or Mobx Lite. That's so weird. Anyways, but this is a great setup. I wasn't aware of this. I think, Henry, did you do this? Set up this dev server? That's brilliant. So you don't have to run Electron. What were we doing? Yes. So we need to change some logic here in the actual dev tools. Because we need, let's see. So when we add mutations, we have this thing. You know, I find it so funny. I don't know if it's muscle memory from working with Overmind, or if it's just Overmind actually having a really good way of structuring code. I always just like the navigation of it is really, really good. Anyways, the thing that we need to do is we need to actually add the action dynamically. So what we need to do is, let's see what happens when we action start. That's add action. Oh, so this is actually working. Oh, message data is run. Oh, nice. This is actually working. Ah, I didn't know it was dynamic. So we're just missing the operator ID. Oh, maybe we don't have to make any changes. But the thing I'm wondering is mutations action. What is operator ID? That's the thing I have forgotten. What is an operator ID? Because it's something related to all the mutations. And then operator. Yeah, this is what I don't understand. Because we're not adding the operator here. Where is the operator added? Because when we add action, we have operators. And then it's like just looking for that. Operator start. That could be it. Add operator. Operator data, parent execution. Oh. I can't remember this stuff. Why do we have this abstraction of operator? I wonder if it was something related to, even though you're just calling an action, we kind of just have this concept. So an action is just the most basic operator. Because we also, actually, I think in the DevTools, we're showing operators. And operators are like this functional API in Overmind. Events. I kind of want to remove this operator. Like, we're going to make a lot of changes to this thing. So I think like the concept of operator, it's at least completely unnecessary. Yeah, I think we have to start making some changes here. So okay, I think we need to refactor the DevTools. So we're just gonna remove stuff that we can't do anything about. So we're gonna focus on the operator part first, and then we can look at the other things later, because this is gonna mess up the build. Oh, by the way, don't need you. Okay, operator. So now we're gonna start getting some type errors. So we're not gonna have an operator ID. We're not gonna have. You see this? It just understands that I'm going in and deleting operator. This is what I love about Windsurf. Kind of just understands what I'm doing. Cool. So now we should have a bunch of type errors elsewhere, I guess. Oh, look at this. Could I please get some type? Do we have package.json type checks here? Yeah. Okay, let's run that. How many files? Let's see. Oh. Oh, yeah, because we updated typing. Okay, let's just add it. React.react node type. Oh, interesting. Just look at that. It's really nice how it just fixes it. So it picks up all the context. Like I was hovering this thing and it picks up that context and it infers that, oh, you want to change your type. Like it's just amazing how it just tracks everything. Yeah, kind of like just following you. But here, oh yeah, interesting. So we can remove add operator, update operator. We can remove this because we don't. Yes, and we don't care about the operator here. We don't have. Oh, event. Oh, now I got. Now I'm not sure again. Maybe we should just, okay, you know what? We're gonna change the strategy here, sorry. Git reset hard. We're gonna actually add an operator. So we're just gonna call, let's see, in the proxy, where we do devtool.send action start. We're just gonna send operator start as well. Wait. Oh, what was it? Operator start. What did it need? So this was operator start. Add operator. So this is just grabbing. What is this data? Action ID, action name, operator ID, path, type. And then parent execution. I think this is the nested stuff. But we're not going to do that anymore. How are we going to approach this? I don't really want this. I just want, what happened in the action? What state was changed in the action? And what other, well, I guess parent execution here is, yeah, parent execution is like the execution ID of the parent, so that you have like nested action calls. Ooh. Okay, no, let's just do this for now. I want to find in Overmind where we actually send that operators start. Yeah, event type operator start. I wonder what the type is. Oh, it's just a string. Do we do this somewhere? Yeah. So type action. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do type action. Action. And I think we can just, I guess we can just use the execution ID as the operator ID. Operator ID. It's just the same. But how does the mutation know? Oh, create object. Yeah, sorry, execution ID. Yeah, that's fine. Operator ID. Action name. Why do we need the action name there as well? I don't think we need that. So we have operator ID, and then devtool send operator end, operator ID. Maybe this is enough. Let's just try this. Oh, there's nothing in there. Where did it fail? Can we undefined. Okay, so it doesn't. Yeah, add mutations. Oh, I think I know why. So that would be, this is missing, well, we're using operator ID will be options execution ID. Let's see if we can get something running here. No, it still fails. Wait a minute. Wait, why does it still? Oh no, now it's there. But why aren't we? Oh, look at that increase. What the fuck? Something weird happened. Wait a minute. I have the state. Why did increase one appear here? Oh, I think options.path. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Wait a minute. Options path. Oh, sorry. This is so slow going. So create action proxy. So when we create this action proxy, we don't actually want to concat the key. That's wrong. What we rather want to do is when we send the path here, we want to concat the key. Yeah, key as string. Hi there. Yes, I've been exploring. Like Mobx is this old state management tool that has tried to adapt to a lot of changes to like the language and React changes and so on and so on. So I'm building kind of like a Mobx Lite, which has like completely transparent observation and reactivity. So in your state management, you don't use any reactivity primitives. In React, you're not using any reactivity primitives. You just write React code, you just write classes, and then there's just a single point where you expose your root state where you actually say, make this reactive. And then, and that's a new type of proxy that lazily makes your state management reactive based on what React actually accesses. And doing that has opened some opportunities. Like you don't need actions and flow stuff anymore because this proxy ensures that React can't mutate any state. It also binds methods for you, but now it also allows us to actually bring in a proper dev tool, where I'm taking the dev tool of Overmind and because that's an amazing dev tool, and I'm basically working on that proxy to fire off events so we can actually see what's happening in the app. That's kind of it. Let's see. So I'm working on just getting like a minimal like proof of concept. Yeah, sure, for sure. Yeah, so I'm just working on like a minimal proof of concept. Readings. Okay, interesting. We're getting closer. Operator.path. Oh. So this, wait a minute. Does this mean, what happened here? Operator.path, traverse path. What? Was this undefined or was it? Oh, the path was undefined. Oh, sorry. I think I know why. It's where we're not passing in the path here. Let's see. So I think we should, I guess we can just do path. Yeah, there's a lot of like path sending here, which I'm not sure about. But let's just do this for now. We need to clean up a ton of stuff regardless. Let's see. Doop. Fuck. Still missing a path. Unshift. Operators. Okay, I'm just gonna shove the path in everywhere here. So I'm gonna put it on the action. We're gonna put it on operator end and action end. But yeah, this whole operator thing, I'm very unsure about this. If that's something we... Why doesn't it show anything? Oh, interesting. Get operators by path. Where does it get operator from? Oh, there's operator. Operators. Operator. Action.operator. Operator ID. Let's just do a breakpoint. So current value. Action ID. Execution ID. Operator. Action name increase. Path. Oh, that's a string. But that shouldn't be a string. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Yeah. Path.slice. Interesting. So it seems like I feel like I'm moving so incredibly slow with this. It's frustrating. I wonder if it's better to just remove the whole operator thing, and kind of just go in and stop doing this delimiter thing and all this, and just pass freaking arrays in for the path, because that's what we want at the end of the day. I don't remember why we did path, like string-based paths with a delimiter. It's weird because arrays properly like handles that. Maybe it was a memory thing, so that you kind of just passed like strings. So like for serialization, like there's a lot of data going into the devtools, so maybe it was some kind of optimization. But I'm gonna check one thing. So we have, where do we call it? Yeah, so here it's an actual array as opposed to the other things. Okay, so I think that's the problem. So we shouldn't do, let's see, let's just again do, and then we just do path here. Maybe that fixes it. I didn't. Fuck. It doesn't show anything. That's weird. Oops. Continue running. Oh, there we have it. Nice. There we go. Weird that it didn't show up when I clicked increase though. But that's fine. Okay, cool. Success. So if I continue doing this, it's kind of weird that it doesn't show up, but okay. And it's really cool. So you can see the history of the changes and everything. Like a lot of work went into this dev tool. It's really cool to see it running with a different reactive implementation under the hood. Cool, success. So what should be our next step? I think we have now proven that this works. And what we want to do is just tune the dev tools to what we need. What we actually need. So we're going to change the data structure and we're going to remove a lot of stuff. I'm not sure how much time that's actually going to take. But let's just start that process and then we'll see how boring it will be. But I'm just going to go through and start removing a ton of stuff. So let's get going. Let's actually create a new branch here. First of all, and I think we're just going to do like a flat out the thing is, like, what I'm wondering is if an operator is, what is an action operator? I want to know that first, because I don't quite understand what this is. So when I render an action, do we actually render an action operator here? I guess we do. But what is that operator? That's what I'm wondering. And what are we rendering here? We're rendering operator type. So is this, no, this is the operator type, sorry. Oh, wait, now I remember. The reason we have operators is because, yes, it's because if you were literally using a single dev tool, oh, you mean just using the same thing? Yeah, we could. Yeah, it's an interesting idea. Like what we could do is like on the init, we could define like what are we actually going to have here. So we could actually configure what to show here on the init, right? It's kind of like Vue. I think Vue has this generic dev tool. But yeah, we could do that. Yeah, turn some feature off on the init. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Yeah, I like that. And then, yeah, and then you will kind of, and then what we could do like under the hood is like, yeah, now I'm thinking about like the name. Because now the cool thing now with Overmind is that you can just run npx Overmind DevTools and it starts the DevTool and everything just works. It's really, really nice. So kind of like having an alias to that. But that means we need to publish it under 2 package names. Or maybe it's possible to do something like npx, well, basically npx Mobx Lite. And then that fires up the DevTool. Okay, but let's try that first then, because there's nothing we would want to do in Mobx Lite that you wouldn't want to do in Overmind. Like Overmind is a higher abstraction than Mobx Lite, so it has these transitions and charts and stuff. Cool. Okay, so I guess, yeah, and we can the action selector could be like turned off. Okay, cool. So we're gonna roll with that. The thing I guess we want to do now is, yeah, it's a good point. And you know what? Maybe we would introduce. I have thought about like should we introduce operators to Mobx Lite? Because it's a really cool feature of Overmind. They really handle certain situations super well. Because we are thinking about Mobx Lite as higher abstraction state primitives like query and mutation. So you could have like operators there as well. But yeah, not now, but it's an opportunity. But let's just debug this. Why the hell doesn't so I understand like why doesn't this pop up? So now that pops up, but we don't see anything until we actually click it, which I don't quite understand. And I wonder if that's an Overmind bug or if that's actual this yeah, I wonder, it kind of indicates that it's an Overmind bug. Okay, where are we going to start looking at that? You know what we're going to do? We're going to run an Overmind application with the actual devtools just to see if that's an actual issue before we dive into this. Because I don't want to spend a shit ton of time debugging something I think is specific to this, and then it turns out it's a general problem. So let's just run npx overmind devtools next. And then we're going to go and find ourselves a little example. I know there's something on code sandbox code sandbox overmind examples. This one, I use this one. And it's so cool. Like it's just running this thing. And I think just refreshing that thing, maybe it doesn't work when it's let's see, maybe we have to detach it. Oh wait, sorry, I don't think we actually, where's Overmind? Fork it. I think I just have to insert the actual devtools local. Can I just do true here? There we go. Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? And this is kind of the whole point of Overmind is, oh, and Henry implemented something nice here. So I can do Control plus, look at that. I can zoom into it now. So you can also see it. That's pretty nice. Yeah, so when you open up an app, you can just go in here and you can explore the whole thing, which is really cool. So on initialize, I'm not sure if it did anything. Yeah, so that seemed to be working, right? So the question is, what's... I kind of want to show these two next to each other. Doop. What's this? Fetch. Oh, interesting. Get data. Oh, it's a underlying bug. Damn it. Why is it showing class here? That's interesting. Okay, so it's definitely an underlying bug. The question now is this an actual render bug? Because we've been adopting Overmind to React 19. This is gonna be rough. How are we gonna do this? We have a very solid bug though, that we can easily reproduce. That's a good thing. What's not that good of a thing is Oh, was it here I ran it? What's not that good is how are we going to debug it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, and this is also weird. Yeah, I have to refresh twice. Oh, maybe that is the bug. No, now it works. This is interesting. Or wasn't the thing running yet? Maybe that was it. But anyways, I click this. So we see action, but we don't see the rest of the stuff. And if I kind of, well, I can't click anywhere. Oh, did I clear it? Sorry. So click it. But now I don't see the action. So it's not even consistent, which is even scarier. Oh. Yeah, that's even scarier. Or is it because I haven't clicked it? Okay, I'm just gonna sit there and click a little bit while I'm thinking how we should best approach this. And that suddenly it appears. That's like insane. I think this is a very low level issue. With Overmind, or Overmind React to be precise. Okay, we're gonna check one thing first though, to gain some more information here. So we are logging. Wait, we're logging operator here. Why aren't we seeing it? Okay, operator action. Let's log the action. Action. Sorry, action. There we go. Okay, so okay, interesting. So we're getting the action. Oh my god, look at all these. And then we have, and we actually do have operators, but I think this is because of. Oh, wait a minute. Is this because we're not passing the path? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna check something. Should we send the path? Does this also take like a path, like the other one? Oh, sorry. It's so weird. But we have to do a better log here because we have to do action get operators by path, which basically takes action. Oh, it takes the operators. And then it runs through the operators. Ah, oh, there's so much logic here. Okay, and then we're going to do object keys action dot operators. I want to see if it's actually there when we render it. Okay, so it's actually there. That's interesting. Yeah, and then it actually runs the, oh yeah, and then it runs the operator, but the operator, okay, it has, okay, let's look at the operator. But then if I do it again, it's suddenly not there. Is this because we're reconnecting to it or something? Because now the action doesn't have any. It seems like it has to do with the I wonder if this has to do with React and its because what happens now is that we're not like batching the, or are we batching the we are batching the flush. Oh, you know what it could be? Oh, wait a minute. I know what it is. Why it's so unreliable. It's because we're sending messages over the wire. Like we're stringifying JSON over the wire, sending it on WebSocket to the devtools. And what I think happens is that sometimes it's like super fast. So the flush kind of happens in a way that makes it kind of have the data there. And then other times it's slower. So it's not there. So it's definitely a render bug in Overmind. Because what should happen here is that we should have some more logs. That's what should happen. We have a single log. And when we look at the thing here, it actually has all the information. It has the operator. You have the operator. It has events. It has all the data, but it's not displaying it, right? And that's because it got the action first. It rendered the thing, and in the background, it was actually updating that state, but that didn't result in a new flush. So there's a syncing problem, and that's definitely in Overmind itself. So I think we have to debug Overmind for this. Just keeping tabs on. We can't dedicate the whole day to this, but this is scary stuff. I wonder if we are able to. So we have this force re-render. I wonder if, does this Overmind DevTools client actually use the local package? Yeah, down the rabbit hole we go. But this is going to be interesting because like building external state management for React isn't easy. Let's see. What was I checking? Overmind DevTools. Does it actually use the local package? I think it does. We can try it. So where is Overmind DevTool, Overmind React? So if I log something here and we build Overmind React, let's see. Overmind, that would be amazing if we can do that. And then maybe we'll be able to actually, so it's not running in production. Let's just do this. Blah. Oh, it does use local. Thanks, Henry. That's great. Then we should, this is a perfect example of like actually fixing this. So we have something super reproducible here. I guess I do have to build it though, right? NPM. Such a weird thing that they... let's see what happens here now. Blah! Amazing! Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna see first if we're actually getting these updates. So I guess, where the hell do we actually subscribe? Here we subscribe. So we get, I can't remember what this actually gives us. Let's just look at it. I can't remember. I think it gives us like the actual mutations. So let's see if we get something there. Oops. Yeah, it gives a flush ID, the paths, everything. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Boop. So we got 2 flushes. One was, it's kind of cool how we see everything. So we were messing around with the actions list, and then we got a new thing where we were messing around with the actions list again. Set current action ID. Oh, that's interesting. Why are we getting two of them? Okay, but the problem is we're actually not getting the flush. So that's identified at least. Now the question becomes, why are we not getting that other flush? You know, we could actually use the Overmind DevTools to like look at the DevTools, but I don't think we need that. So sorry. So let's look at, so these are the path dependencies. So it's looking at actions. It's looking at the action. It's looking at the action. Okay, let's go and look at the actual, let's also log the actual mutation that happens in, let's see. So that's in actions, add mutation, console.log, added mutation. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and then it added a mutation, right? And nothing is happening. But what are we looking at? We're looking at the actions, and the mutation here happened on actions ID dot operators. So what I'm sensing here is that why doesn't it have a path dependency to operators? Because it's looking at actions, it's looking at this specific thing, and then inside here we are doing get operators by path. So we are like doing object.keys on action.operators. But there's nothing there. But we're accessing action.operators. So that's the thing I don't understand here. We should have Mobx Lite.actions.operators. That should have been a path that we're tracking. Because we're accessing it. Why isn't it adding action.operators? I'm just going to test something. Where is the thing? Action. Yeah, we are even accessing it here. Because the thing is, like, we're mutating. The thing is that we are actually changing the. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there we have all the data. That's cool. But I was thinking about operators. What does it actually do? Add mutations. And then it goes in Yeah, so it goes and grabs the operator, right? And then it mutates the events on that operator. I think there's a tracking issue here in proxy state tree. Like, so the problem isn't that it's not flushing, it's because it's not tracking operators in the first place, even though we're accessing that property. But I guess we can go even deeper and we can look at proxy state tree and figure out what the hell is going on. Because this is the thing. Oh my God. We're way, way down here now. So for some reason, it's not tracking that path. Someone who's out of his mind. I'm just thinking about what we're gonna check. And how we're gonna isolate it. And if my assumption is correct. Like we are accessing, okay, we're gonna simplify it. Okay, just we're gonna use the dev tool. How can we do this? How can we do this? I just need like a very simple overmind example. Can we change? How can we do this? Thinking. Okay, I think we can use the DevTools client. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, fine. And then we have config here, but we're gonna create our own little overmind. A silly little one. Let's see. So we're just gonna comment out this because I need to check that assumption that, oh, for fuck's sake. Cool. So let's create our own overmind, create overmind config. So we say like state foo, and that's an object. And I guess actions, blah. And then we have like, this is gonna be wrong. No, wait, not config, sorry about that. There we go. So state foo bar equals 1. So this should work, right? And then we're gonna render this thing. Oh yeah, I guess we can just do this instead. But we're not gonna render. Ah, for fuck's sake. Never mind. Sorry about this. Then we're gonna render this, and we're gonna have our little fake app. Let's see. Function fake app return hello world. Okay, so now our dev tools should be like a silly hello world. Nice. Okay, and then we should be able to like say something like like const app use app or something, use app state. So this would be app dot how does this work? State, oh sorry, app app dot, yeah, let's do state title hello app dot title. Yeah, hello world, hello. Cool. Okay, so we have some state here. And what we want to do now is that we want to see if when I log now app.state.foo, oh, come on, foo. Sorry, not foo. Come on, that I have to rename this. This is state. I'm getting too confused. So state title state.foo. And then if I click this thing on click and I say const actions is use app actions. Sorry, use actions. And I say actions blah. It should re-render. And of course it does. So why didn't it track operators? So I'm gonna just double check here. From sorry, not from here, but from over my React. Do 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 do. Track state tree path dependencies, I think. Yeah, you see this? So it's tracking foo and it's tracking title. Okay, so it's supposed to do that. But for some reason, when we look at operators, it doesn't actually track operators, which is weird. Okay, so we're gonna remove, so we know that it's supposed to do it now. So let's go back to our, we don't need our fake app anymore. So oh, what did I do? Oh. There we go. Okay. So application not connected. It runs through the thing. Let's go to actions. So now we're going to click this once. And okay, we have to wait. Where did we go? Where's the no? Or mine React. Steps. Boop. Boop. Okay. You know what? We can actually log out the name of the name. That's the name of the component. Deps apps, deps action. Oh wait, now it does. Oh, interesting. It does track operators. Okay. So what should we check now? It does track operators, but it didn't do another flush, right? That was a problem. So the question now is, why didn't it do another flush? But here, okay. So we flushed, we added a mute. Yeah, so the thing that's unclear to me is it seems like between us flushing and the action updating, there was mutations happening. That's the issue. So this added mutation, that should really have happened like down here. And this can be because of concurrent rendering. So it doesn't actually immediately, like, when it flushes, it doesn't like render out React. And then we have changes happening, right? This mutation happened. And then React renders. But that's the weird thing. Why isn't it then? Yeah, this is what I don't understand. Why doesn't it then have... Okay, we're gonna move this because this is the effect. We need to look at it from here. Oh, don't we have the name here? Where does the name come from? Oh, sorry. Let's do it here instead. Okay, so let's try to read this again. So we're flushing. We get through here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it did add the mutation after it rendered. So why didn't the end? We can look at our action. Oh, look at this. Here it doesn't have. Okay. It didn't have. No, but that's true. Sorry, that's true. It shouldn't have anything here because it's like it's cleared, it tracks again. That's fine. But then it should have like operators in here. Yeah. Whatever. It's intercept. Yeah, but it even has the operator in this case. So, oh my god, it's so. Where is it? Path, value. Does it have operators? Here somewhere. Yeah, operators. So it's tracking operators. That's fine. Okay, we're getting closer. So for some reason, when this hit, it wasn't able to match it to any active listeners on the path we changed. And but the interesting thing is that we didn't change. Okay, so what we're going to look at now is what did it actually say changed? Like how did it map the mutations to the this root? Oh, that's index flush. Let's see. Console.log flushing changes.mutations. Okay, let's look at that. So now we should have a log after we're adding those things. Oh, but we don't. Oh, did I build it? Wait, I built over my React, sorry. Click it. So it's definitely flushing. And what path is it flushing? Okay, cool. So it's flushing that. It's flushing again. So it's definitely flushing like in operators. Let's check again. Our action is looking at operators. It's almost like I'm wondering if this is an issue of matching paths. So something here is setting an operator. Where is it setting the actual operator? So this is unshift on messages. This is setting the count. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna add one more thing before we. Oh, where's the? No, not here. Overmind operators. Add operator. Add operator. When does that happen? Yeah. So here it adds. Okay, cool. So here it adds the operator, and then it flushes, and then. Oh, I think I know what's happening. Oh, I think I know what's happening. Oh, it's almost like we're flushing this change, right? And this is what actually, yeah. Oh, okay, let me explain. So what's happening here is we're adding this operator, we're flushing, and then we're adding a mutation, and then we're flushing again. But this first flush didn't actually update React. So the dependencies of the action, the path dependencies, didn't update. And then this, so we have overriding flushes. That's basically what's happening. So, oh, this is so interesting. We have overriding flushes. So that means, oh, fuck. But what does that mean? Why doesn't... Okay, we're gonna track one more thing. Overmind React. We're gonna track when we actually get... oh, that is Flush ID. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, sorry. So... Wait, this doesn't make sense. Because it is flashing. And it's flashing on actions, operators, this thing. And that means... It should have... Like, Okay, we're gonna check one more thing in proxy state tree. Proxy state tree. Changes, mutations. We're gonna log down here. Changes. Object change of changes. Object changes. Oh, changes. Okay, interesting. Let's look at this. But this is nice. We're gonna solve like a bug here. That's for sure. It's funny that it hasn't popped up. Okay, so we're first fleshing this thing. And it tells us that we have an object change to operators. Okay. And that means... And then we're adding... Okay, so it's just adding paths here. We have to share that we are all callback. One flush might lead to change of the array disposing, which means something might be skipped. But we will want to allow removal of callbacks. We just do not want to skip any, which is why we still check if it exists in the original array. Okay, but I guess we can changes flush callbacks dot length. Yeah, this is a event emitter issue that I've met many times. It's when you fire off an event and that event changes the subscription list synchronously. And then when you iterate through it, you like get into loop. It's very interesting. Okay, so it does say it doesn't have any listeners, which is very weird because we literally have a mutation that's changing, well, object changes. It's literally making an object change on that path that the action is actually looking at. Sorry, not actions, but action. It's looking at that thing, right? So that means that should be a match, but it isn't. So object change. So let's look at the actual path dependencies that we have here. This dot path, is this like an array or something? Let's just do a structured clone of this, structured clone, just so we don't mess up anything. Yeah, let's just do the example where it doesn't show the action. Okay, so it's flushing. Wait, why aren't we getting... Oh, what happened here? Failed to execute. Oh, on window. Wait. Okay, let's just do object. What the fuck? What was that? Oh, I think maybe it's... Wait, what was that? Oh, what? What's happening here? I'm confused. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we're adding the operator. And it's flushing, where we have an object change on operator. So what should be in this list is an actual pointer to okay, this is weird. Oh, you know what's happening? You know what's happening? I know what's happening. It's because the the mutation of adding the operator happens between the action component renders and the use effect triggers. So there isn't, like, it hasn't added the paths yet. This is a, yeah, it hasn't added the paths yet. Oh, this is so interesting. Because what actually happens is that it uses the use effect to, oh, this is interesting. So let's see if we can find the code there. When does it actually track state tree? So it starts tracking. And then when do we stop tracking? Untrack. Don't we call that somewhere? Oh, it's when we subscribe, I think. So when we actually, okay, so in proxy state tree, we start tracking, right? And we're setting the track state tree to this. And then when we actually subscribe, yes. So when we actually subscribe to it, that's when we add, oh, we're actually interested in this path. But that happens like asynchronously. But what I'm wondering, I wonder if it actually fixes it if we just do one small change. We shouldn't use effect, we should use layout effect. Because use layout effect, that happens. We're just gonna do this and then we're gonna see, or my React. Look at that. Okay, and the reason this works is because use layout effect, that runs before it doesn't run. I don't think it runs actually synchronously, but it runs before. So use effect can like happen at any time, really, but use layout effect, that happens before React commits the reconciliation to the DOM. I'm not sure if this really is the correct solution, but we definitely need to subscribe on use layout effect. But what I think the proper fix here is that we rather, oh, this is interesting. So, well, an alternative solution to this is that as we are reconciling a component and tracking paths, we immediately add it to proxy state tree, that we're interested in that path. The problem, though, is that if we never start the subscription, we won't actually remove those things from the thingy. But we're gonna do some chat GPTing. And we need a powerful model here. I hope they can actually add zoom here. Oh, make text bigger. Well, that didn't do much. Okay. In React 19, when does use layout effect run? Does it run synchronously after reconciliation of the component? Oh, sorry. I meant 18. It only runs in the commit phase after React has applied all of its DOM updates, which themselves happen immediately. Okay, after React has applied all of its DOM, which themselves happen immediately after reconciliation and render phase, but before is allowed to repaint the screen. Okay, so that means so that means use layout effect runs synchronously, not directly in the reconciliation phase, but immediately after React's DOM update, which follow reconciliation. Okay, in the same. So that means use layout effect runs synchronously after reconciliation. I do not care about when things are applied to the DOM. I just want to know if use layout effect runs synchronously after reconciliation. Okay. Blocking any paint until it's done. Okay, cool. That's the fix then. We have to use layout effect. Are you still here, Henry? Could you make that happen? Just change to use layout effect here, and we don't have to do it here. We can have it here as well, doesn't matter. Yeah, just change the use effects to use layout effect. And then we should be golden. How do I reset just, yeah, use layout effect, Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're just gonna do that, run build. How do I reset? Yeah, we can do it in all places. The reason is that we're just emitting stuff to the devtools. Like one thing, like one optimization would be that anything that's like just data for the devtools, like for example here, we're just tracking component data, that can be a use effect. So it's not like blocking anything. And then I think, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, so the one with that only does the component add remove, that can still be a use effect. But the others should be use layout effects. Yes. But now, how do I reset like just this folder? How do I reset? I just want to chat about this. How do I reset Git in a single folder? Oh, okay. Okay. So that would be git checkout proxy state tree. I guess I fix it. Yes, I'm listening to Scooter. This is coming from Overmind. Did we make changes to Overmind as well? Did we? Wait, Overmind JS. Where's this coming from? Oh, Betsy. I remember Betsy. Yeah, this is coming from Overmind. Git checkout. No, that's not coming. Overmind JS. Where's this coming from? Oh, sorry. Wait. Overmind. Oh, sorry. This is just in our. Okay, let me just close all this. Let's just remove all the console logs. Console. Ah, come on. Where did I put all this stuff? But what's this depths thing? Where did I put that? Wait, isn't it coming from Overmind? For fuck's sake, where is this coming from? Overmind JS. Didn't I just reset that? Console. I'm confused. Where's that depths thing coming from? It says it's coming from here. From this. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think I'm overriding console log to not show proxies. That's not always good. Oh, fuck. That's not good. You'll have to excuse me for doing things like that. But something is logging. Oh, of course. It must be here somewhere. There we are. Sorry. CD Overmind React. Okay, we're back in business. But that was nice. We actually solved a bug. Look at that. It's beautiful. Count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so what we want to do now is we're gonna test creating some more complex states. That's what we're gonna do. So in our Yep, great. So where is our little example? Here it is. Okay, so let's try to make it a bit more complex now. So one thing that we kind of wanted to do is okay, let's just create a nested class. Let's make that a counter as well. This would count plus plus. And then we're going to say test equals new test. Now, this shouldn't actually make any difference in our app. Oh, sorry. Because we're not accessing anything. But if I were to do state.count, test.count. Oh, it even shows. Ah, look at that. It it even shows that it's a class. That's too good. I talked about this. And it just does it out of the box. That's amazing. Look at that. That's so cool. And if we were to do, okay, so now it's going to be interesting. We're going to do, first we're going to do this. And when I click this, oh, what happened there? Last child by path. What happened there? Can read value. Get operators by path. What happened there? Let's only do this one. I wonder if it's like, oh, so it was because it was nested. Yeah, okay, let's look at the actual thing coming in. It's probably like the path is wrong. Something I haven't considered in the proxy. Oh, you know what? We can actually look at it here in the proxy, what we're sending. Firing action on path. Yeah, so the question is it just the action or is it that we're changing something? So let's try this first. Okay, so it's just firing the action. That's the problem. Oh, I guess that's coming here then. Okay, let's change this a little bit. Maybe I should put the console at the bottom instead. Firing action. Yeah, exactly. It just shows test, which I guess is fine. Is it? Shouldn't this be... Yeah, I think actually this should be path.concat key. Like this should have the key of the... But this isn't... Oh, interesting. Because this doesn't have the key. I think we have to pass in the key. Create action proxy. Target. Yeah. Key. Because this path needs to be to the parent. That's the point. But we also need the key here. So the actual path to the action is here. And I think we should do the same here. Okay, at least that's something. Firing action. Oh, let's check again. Path concat key. Yeah, but this is correct. That should just be the key. Sorry, just the path, because that's the parent. Yeah, test increase. But where is it going wrong? Last child by path. Matching children. Huh. So it's going through operators. And it reduces it by looking at the operator. And then it copies the path to the operator. And then it adds the root. Okay, so it's trying to traverse. What does it try to traverse? Nothing? Traverse path. Oh, here we are reducing also. Okay, so we're reducing on. God. Ah, this is complex. So returning the aggregate of action value, operator.path. What the hell are we doing here? Matching children, new child. Okay, let's just look. I guess that was undefined, right? Of null. Last child by path. Where is that being defined? Oh, that is this thing. And it starts out as what? What the hell is this? Why is this a problem compared to doing this? Like, we're just one more nested level. So we're creating the object mutation proxy around that target. And we're giving it the path. And then it's just... Okay, does the other one work now when I made these changes? I'm confused. No, now that one fails as well. Okay, interesting. And it's failing on the same thing? Just because I have... Wait a minute. Oh, it's actually... Just because I added that thing? So here... No, now it's messing up all the time. Oh, what the fuck did I do? What did I do? What the fuck did I do? Okay, it's not... Should not have join. Firing action path. We should still have key string here. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Key. Okay, we're back. And then what happened here? Was it because I was adding... Okay, so operator start. I find this a little bit fascinating. Okay, so that one was fine, but shouldn't this be... Yeah, I guess that's correct. Okay, and then I introduce test. Still works. But then we do this, and now it starts failing. Yeah, okay. And the reason it starts failing is because of what? I would suggest it has something to do with the operators. I wonder what's happening inside here. And I'm too lazy to like, I just want to understand it by reading this, which is very lazy. So we're going through the operators and it's looking at the path. So this would be test, right? And then for some reason it adds like the root at the top. And then it goes through that path. And then it goes to children by path. Find the thing that's equal to the key. And then new child. What the hell is it actually doing? Why is this different? I guess it's because it actually has... But what is this even trying to find? It's just adding get operators by path. So, well, one thing, I can't imagine this being correct. Like if we're passing in a path to an object, to an action, that path has to be the actual path, right? Join key. So we're gonna, add that, and then we're gonna just test the basic version again. Let's see. Yeah, so that shouldn't, but now that fails again. Was it just because I added that one? I can't remember now. Wait. This is rough. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I forgot to change these. No, so then it completely fails if I pass in the key here. I wonder why. Yeah. Okay. So for some reason, if it has a path, then it fails. We have to look at this logic. I don't understand what it does. Overmind devtools, source, and it was like add operator, right? No, where was it? It was in utils. get. For fuck's sake. It was in. It's actually coming from the action. Get operators by path. Get operators by path. Components, action. Get operators by path. Console.log action. And then operators. Yeah, let's just look at this. So this was, yeah, I guess we can just refresh. And the thing that's happening is that we're getting the action. Oh, is it because, wait, why do we have two operators? No, we have one operator. Oh yeah, sorry. And that's path test. Yeah, and then it goes, wait a minute. Okay, so this is the operator. Operator ID. And the path is test. And what's the problem here? It's going through the operator. It's looking at what is the lookup here? That's the thing I don't understand. What's the lookup? Matching children, children path, traverse path. What is it trying to do? I don't understand this code. Who wrote this shit? So if it's the last key, last child by path, matching children, children by path, but that's the, so we're getting the key. For fuck's sake, this is so annoying. I don't understand what it's doing. For fuck's sake. We have an array of an empty string and test. And what the fuck is this code doing? It's going through that, and then it finds the first item, and it checks, is it the last key? No, it's not the last key. And then it checks, what's this? It checks this outer thing, which is, okay, which is an empty array. It tries to find the matching children. But there aren't any children there yet. So there is no matching children. Okay, so if there is matching children, it goes and grabs the last child by path. But there isn't anything there yet, because we start out with an empty array. And then it goes to matching children. Yeah, and then it pushes new child. Exactly. Okay, so it probably runs through this. What's new child, by the way? Where's that coming from? Oh, wait, sorry. This is only the last key. And then it tries to do last child by path. But that's null. How can this even work? My brain. My brain. How can this even work? This is so complex. I can't compute this in my brain. It basically says like the only time you don't have a matching child is when it is the last key, because then it just creates a new. I wish I had documented this. I don't understand what it's doing. God damn it. It makes absolutely no sense. It's just using the path to iterate what? The operators. So it has a single. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is super annoying. Console.log agar and then key. Okay. And then key is empty. And then it does it again. I guess it's for two different. Traverse path. For fuck's sake. Oh. And then key. Okay, so it's iterating that thing. And then finds key. But then it iterates the whole thing again. Why does it only have... Why does it hit key once? It should hit key twice. I don't get this. We're reducing over traverse path, which are two keys. And then we're hitting the first one, and then we're suddenly back up here. How can that be possible? That makes absolutely no sense. I don't get it. Is it just because it's actually getting down here and it's throwing an error? And then there's just some weird logging stuff. It happens sometimes. It's very annoying. Yeah, I think it's just sometimes errors are thrown for some reason a little bit late. So I think it's actually erroring twice here. Okay, so it fails on the first key. It says that that key is empty. It says it's not the last key. It's trying to find it's trying to find the path with that key. It can't find a matching child. It's gonna make last child by path null. But if this always starts out empty, this is always gonna start out empty. I don't get it. What the fuck? How could this ever work? Last child by path. I have to compose myself. I'm getting really, really angry. It makes no sense that this traverse path, the first time children by path will be an empty array. It has to be, because this starts out as an empty array. And that's coming in here as an empty array. We go through this. We reduce over the traverse path where agar is passed here, which is an empty array, which is what we're also seeing. Children by path is an empty array. And if we're trying to find, we're trying to find that path, but that path cannot exist because this is an empty array. So this is going to be undefined, which means last child by path is going to be null. And of course that's going to fail. It makes absolutely no sense. How could this ever work? Okay, so sorry. So we have to debug more. So let's go back, of course, to our example and see how this, well, yeah, let's go back to our example and see how this actually runs when it's working. Because we still iterate, we still run that reducer. I'm so blown away by this. It kind of breaks my reality. I hate when that happens. Oh, because then it is the last key, right? Yeah. And then it returns and then it's fine. Okay. So that, it makes sense that it works because now we just, it is the last key. But I don't understand why we are. So we're trying to return operators by path. So we're creating these. Yeah, we're basically converting an operator to a child. And when we don't have anything, you're getting key, you're getting the operator, and you're getting children by path, which is empty, and then so what happens when I have a path? What is the path? Maybe we shouldn't have a path on operator. Maybe that's the whole problem. Maybe that's the whole problem. Like, we shouldn't pass a path here. Maybe it doesn't actually do that in Overmind for some reason. So we can still pass the path here, but we just can't do it here. So what if we hardcode this to be empty? What happens then? This is so weird. There's something fishy going on here. Oh. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I wonder what the hell that code is. I don't think that code has ever worked. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, I want to check over mine. Does it actually send? Yeah, we can remove this. Let's see, over mine. Do you actually ever send? So where it's internal types or something? Internal types. Operator start. Where are you being used? So there it's, is this a test? Yeah. Name, context, execution. Yeah, so that's based on execution. Do we have any create execution? Yeah, so execution has an empty path, at least. And I wonder if this path is ever like changed. I don't think it is. I think this, oh my God. Is there any pointer to execution.path? Oh, it is. Create next path. New execution. Yeah. So we definitely do the path thing. I don't understand it though. How is that possible? Oh, that's so weird. But this is operators. Yeah. It doesn't matter for us now, anyways. Yeah, I wonder how that actually works. Anyways, so the thing, sorry. So we have action start. Yeah, so this is interesting. We're not gonna actually use func.name. We're gonna do path.join key. Sorry, concat key.join. Join like that. This is gonna be the action name. Let's see. Oh, that was ref. That was super ref. Yeah, test.increase, set test.count. Now, let's play a little bit more before I have lunch and we need to do other stuff. So now we're going to try to change the state of the parent. So I'm going to pass in this constructor, counter, private, and then I'm going to say this counter.count. What's going to happen now? Yeah, interesting. So it was able to show the thingy there, but it wasn't able to show that we changed counter.count. I wonder why. Was that because we were, I think maybe I know why. Because we haven't created like a nested thing. Yeah, so that's probably it. So we have a get target key. I think we should return create. How should we do this? Okay, we're gonna do a silly check. Result is reflect get target key, and then if type of result equals object. Well, array that is array. If it's not an array, and type of result and result not equal null, we're going to return this, or we're just going to return it. I think that's the reason. Hey, look at that. No, this is wrong, right? Yeah, because we're passing in the path here. Yeah, so there's something fishy about this. That's for sure. This was rough. Yeah, I think we need to have. I think I know how to fix this. Because the result here is create object mutation proxy, because we are creating an object mutation proxy around the target, and I think we need to cache it so that if we are grabbing something that already has a proxy, yeah, this is going to be so difficult. So the problem is we pointed through the counter, and that counter has a mutation proxy that we created by the fact of it being called with increase. So there is, but it also has its own execution ID and action ID. I think this needs to be structured in a different way. It's almost like the mutation proxy needs to be, oh. Yeah, this needs to be handled in a different way. We need that path that can't be part of the. Oh, wait a minute. I think maybe I know how we can do it. We can. Okay, that's interesting. So when we look at the target, we can go and look at our proxy cache. And if we have something in that proxy cache, we can look up information about it. So we have something called, okay, we're going to test this quickly. So proxy target, it's not going to just return the target. It's going to return the target and the path. Do we ever use this? target and path. Target and path. Proxy target. Yeah, so this will be target or target. Cool. That's the only time we use it. Yes. So what we can do as a quick check is when we create the action proxy, we're doing this thing. At this point, we're not at thinking. Yeah, so at this point, I think this is going to be interesting. So I'm getting a target here, and const proxy target. Wait, that's not true. Proxy cache get target. So if we have proxy target, that's going to give us the actual path. So what we're going to do here, we're going to say, this is crazy, options, and then we're going to say path is, if we have a proxy target, we're going to say proxy target.path, or we're going to just use the options path. So that means if you are diving into a nested object, it's just going to continue the path. But if you're diving into something with that you've already accessed, like basically if you're accessing a class, we are going to use the path of that actual class. Oh, sure. If this, the good thing about DevTools is that they don't have to be like, you can do a lot of like assumptions and stuff. Did it actually get proxy target? Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it found the proxy target, but it didn't. Oh, sorry. Sorry, we're not putting the path into the proxy cache. Sorry, I misinterpreted this. Yeah, sorry. So that would be, so if we have proxy target, we're going to do proxy target path. That's what we're going to do. Wait, are we? No, we're doing test this a counter.count. Why is so it has proxy target. Proxy target. Let's look at that one. So the path here is, why is that test? That's wrong. Let's see, proxy target. So when we have create object proxy, oh, wait a minute. Am I using the wrong target? Create action proxy. So we're passing in the target here, which is, Yeah, let's look at the actual target. If that is the test object, then of course it has the right path, but yeah, but that's wrong. I'm getting... Oh, sorry, it should be... Oh, sorry, it should be the result. Yeah, we can just do this. It should be the result, sorry. That's the thing we're actually getting. Hey, look at that. That's beautiful. Again, like there is an assumption, there's a big ass assumption here, and that is that every class you define has a single place in the state tree. But that's, you wouldn't, yeah, it doesn't make sense to have multiple places in the state tree. But this is pretty cool. So we can even say that this nested increase actually sets something on a parent. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Okay, you know what? I think we should just continue doing this. We're just going to increase the complexity. We're going to introduce like deletions, like all the mutations. We're going to introduce those mutations, the array mutations, and we're just going to keep building and building and building and see what the result of this will be. Yeah, it actually put test here, but we haven't accessed the nested count, I think. Yeah, exactly. So, but if so this is the thing that we really need to evaluate. It's like, it won't actually show anything unless you actually access it. Oh, that's interesting. Why doesn't it show? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I think I know why. Okay, but I need to get some food, and then we need to work on other stuff. Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep pounding on this until we kind of get to like an MVP kind of thing. Cool. Yeah, this was fun, frustrating, and all the things. But yeah, we'll talk later. Bye for now.